Bright, you're welcome to the
Thank you.
zone. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
So I think the first time I heard about you was in 2019,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yes, in 2019. And we're in 2024. Tell me what the journey has been like for you. And did you always set out to be an artist?
Yes. I see myself as an artist. I always visualize, and also anything I do as artistry, I always visualize them. Yeah.
And
So
this is what you had always wanted to do
yeah,
growing up. This is all you
yeah,
thought
that is
about.
all I want to do, and also I want to inspire our generation and upcoming generations as well how
Okay.
to be creative, and also to teach them in the future how to draw as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to inspire
Yeah.
the upcoming generation. Who inspired you?
Actually, my inspirations uh, all is all came from visualization. Since when I was 7 year old, every morning I used to visualize myself drawing. Everything all came from visualization. Actually, yeah.
So you didn't get any help? You didn't see anyone who was doing it? You didn't get any
No,
inspiration?
I was the art teacher in school, even at the age of 7 year old. In my class, everywhere, I
You were
was
the
the teacher.
teacher.
Yes.
Really? Okay, so what that means is that you were teaching your
Yeah, yeah,
mates
yeah.
how to.
When
Okay.
whenever it is time for art, it is me that they send to the front to teach everyone on
Okay.
the chalkboard or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting. And you were so passionate about it that you decided this is what I want to do
Yes.
long term.
Yes.
Okay. And what has the journey been like from the beginning when you started? I'm not sure it's been like a smooth
No, no,
sailing.
no, no, no.
Take us through
Actually,
your journey.
when I started, I was not even having the tools. I started with pen.
Okay.
So with pen, you don't have when you make mistake, that is it. You cannot claim it. So I started with pen, and at a point when I started drawing people, they were giving me money. Then I started saving the money to buy the quality pencils, pastel, charcoal, and all of that. So now, because I have upgraded with the tools, it has also given me significant results in the drawing.
In the
Yeah.
drawing. All right.
So
So, and who are some of the people that you have drawn so far, or which places have you drawn so far?
okay, I drew Omotola 2017 when
Okay.
she came to Ghana
Okay.
at the Omotola show.
Okay.
And I drew Sakorie, I drew Davido, Luenell Campbell from United States. Shout out to her.
Okay.
I drew her and I shipped it to her.
Okay.
She have my painting in US right now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
And usually, because with the names that you have mentioned, how do you decide that, this is the person that I want to draw today? Take me through your creative
Okay, let me tell
process.
you what happened.
Okay, tell
For
me.
Mother Luenell Campbell, 2021 or 2020, that is when I received the inspiration to draw her.
Okay.
That was the time that the world was like, oh no, this is the end during the COVID 19. So, and that time, I was looking for who to draw that would give me money to solve some emergency issues. So, and then I kept asking myself who to draw, and she just popped up in my imagination that she's the one.
Okay.
That is the best person to draw. So I took her picture from Instagram, and
Okay.
I just look at it and I drew her. I drew the first eye, and I posted it the first 24 hour. And then she was like, oh my God, this is me. And then she started posting it everywhere, and everybody was like, oh wow, this is amazing. So that has motivated me to even completed the artwork. And at the end of the day, I shipped it to her.
Okay.
She did unveiling on her Instagram worldwide. It's still
Wow.
there right now. And that painting is the best painting she ever received.
Wow.
despite all the painting people did for her. Because this was the hyper-realistic
Okay.
drawing.
Right.
Yeah, very detailed.
Very
I took
detailed
23 days to draw her.
to draw her. So were you able to get the money you wanted?
Yes, she
You-
sent me some dollar check, and
Okay.
she also gave me exposure on Instagram.
Right.
That's what
So
she
did you
did.
get some jobs through her exposure?
Yeah, I got a lot of more than 500 jobs pending that very moment.
Wow.
The moment she posted me,
Right. So were you able to finish all those jobs?
no,
Why?
the pressure.
The pressure. but that is what you wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I did.
but this was in 2020. So now have you been able to finish those jobs?
I think the problem is the fans that were asking for those jobs, they were coming from United States, not from Ghana.
Okay.
So, and that moment too, during the COVID-19, I went to Nigeria. I was not in Ghana when I did the work.
Okay.
So, when they hear that you are in Nigeria, they feel like they think as if you are from Nigeria. And, Nigeria has very bad reputation when it comes to fraud and stuff. So because of that reason, they wanted to give me the job, but they were like, oh no, how do we trust you because you're in Nigeria,
Yeah, but you just did for someone
Yeah,
and they
yes,
saw it.
but
so-
because I was in Nigeria, they were all like doubting me to trust me and give me the money to do the job. That was what was
Right.
happening.
But you didn't also want the option of doing the job then taking the money after?
No, I was telling them they should pay half, then I can
After
start.
you can start.
Yes.
You needed to be motivated. I know, I can understand. Some days I get gigs and I'm paid. I mean, and these days I tell people, oh God, I don't even. Human beings were a bit tricky, right? Because before, when people give me gigs and they wait hard to pay me, I'll complain, you're not paying me my money fast. And then now people would give me gigs and they'll pay me everything immediately. And this is like the gig is in a month's time and they've already paid me and I chop all the money. And the day when I have to go and do the work is paining me because it's like I'm not motivated. You know, when you finish chopping the money, then it's difficult for you to do the job. You're like, oh. Meanwhile, that is what you're asking for. Human beings, aren't we tricky?
That's right.
1 minute we want this, another minute we don't want it anymore. All right, so now you're here. You're very successful. You know what you do is inspiring. Like you rightly said, you're looking to inspire the next generation, and you're doing a great job at it.
To God be the glory.
Yes. So what are we looking at now? What is it that you see yourself doing, or where is it that you see yourself going?
Right now? Okay, now I see myself setting a world record, either through Guinness World Record or through America's Got Talent. That's where I see myself.
Okay, so that's your next step. You want to get, okay. So you would do one or the other, or you do both?
Either one of the other.
One or the other. Very, very interesting. But you do know that the Guinness World Records does, I mean, even if you are able to break a record, it doesn't come
it's
with...
to set a record, not to break.
Oh, you're going to set
Yeah.
a record. So there's no record at the moment?
Yes.
Also,
record of drawing and the same time dancing.
Dancing. There's no record.
No one.
So you're going to set it. That is monumental. That I support. That I completely support. So when is this going to happen?
Actually, they take 3 months to do the approval of the record title.
Okay.
So that one, me and my management, for Mami, we work on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you're now going through the process.
Yeah, through the process.
Wow. And okay, so my I was a bit confused about. Yes, you paint beautifully, right? You paint very beautifully. I've seen your work. Impeccable. But why do you see the need to dance whilst you're painting? I mean, because your painting is almost perfect, if not perfect. And we appreciate that. So why the need to add the dance to it?
Actually, this all came from source of inspiration.
Okay.
When I used to visualize, sometimes I fall asleep and then I began to see dreams, message from the universe. So that is how I got to know how to dance and draw. I saw it in the dream first before it happened.
That you were
in real
dancing and
life.
drawing.
Yes.
Wow. And you're able to do it and do it very well.
Yeah.
It confuses me. So, so usually,
So what happened?
Okay, tell me.
What happened is, I think my leg somehow channeled the energy to my hand, and then my hand became a machine to be drawing that very moment. That is how it happened, So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Okay, now how fast can you draw anything or paint anything?
Last time I drew one lady at airport, I used 7 minutes to do a rough, quick sketch of her.
7 minutes.
Yes.
Wow. She's just
Yeah.
Wow. And you gave it to her?
Yeah. I give it to her. I will soon post it on my platform, social media as well.
Okay. And also when you're going through the town, for instance, this airport situation, when you're going through the town, what is it that you look out for? How do you settle on something or someone to paint? Like,
actually, yeah, that's a good question. This lady, first of all, when I saw her, I had I know, like, I just saw her features and I knew her features. And secondly, she was looking beautiful, attractive.
Oh,
so that
okay.
was very good for the content.
Okay.
So that's why I chose her.
Oh, it was good for the content. Oh, so you chose her
Yes.
and you settled on her to paint her. Was she still at the time? I mean, because when you settle on whoever your
Exactly.
muse is, and maybe they are moving about up
That's
and down.
very good question.
Wouldn't that confuse you
It
for a
will
minute?
confuse.
Because she's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
aware that is what
Exactly.
you're doing. So she's not standing or
Yeah.
sitting still for you. So how were you able to manage that?
Okay, when we started, we told her to just look at me. I'm drawing her. I realized she was not paying me attention. She was just pressing her phone. And I was like, no, you have to look at me because now I need to scan your features.
Yeah,
Produce it.
to be able
and she
to.
was looking at me. And then that was it. And then I started, then she was coming on the paper. And then I finished. She said, oh, wow.
She was impressed.
Yes.
It's always impressive when somebody sees how you have portrayed them on a piece of paper. It's very flattering.
Yeah.
It is very
That's
flattering. It's you feel like, oh wow, it is very flattering. All right, so I mean, this is it. You have found your path. It is a beautiful path for you, knowing exactly what it is that you're gifted with, and doing it. Right? It's very important.
That's right.
Now let's talk about you mentioned that for the airport lady, you said it was good for content,
Yeah.
right? Content creation at the moment in Ghana is a bit tricky because a lot of people complain, right?
Yeah,
That
that's right, yeah.
I'm creating a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
content and I cannot monetize it. I'm not making money. But people in other countries are able to monetize their content so that it's not just a waste of your time because it takes a lot of effort and a lot of money to travel from wherever you are to a particular place to try to create content. So let's look at the monetization strategies, okay, and the impact on creatives. Okay, let's look at that. First of all, how do you feel about that situation?
The monetization has always been my dream, actually, to be able to monetize my God's unique gift. So that is a big win for me. Yeah.
So are you able to monetize your content?
Okay, just last month, we got the great news that Ghana is now officially eligible for Facebook monetization. So since that day, all our Facebook creators from Ghana are starting to apply with Facebook monetization using tax information, bank account and stuff to do the setup. Yeah, so me too, I did my own. So
Okay.
Facebook is processing it. I think by tomorrow they'll give me feedback.
Okay.
And after that, they'll start paying me for my views, the new views I'll be getting and all of that.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. At least then that is extra money,
Extra money.
in your pocket.
Yeah.
But being a creative in Ghana, tell me about it. Is it worth
Okay,
it? Does it
actually,
take care of
yeah.
you?
Actually, being a creative person in the art industry in Ghana does not really favor us because the art here, we don't really appreciate it much when it comes to the value, the real value of it. But countries like US and other countries, they really pay a lot of money, $1 million for just one artwork. And I think maybe it's based on our economy. That's why. But me personally, what I did is any money I was making from the trade, I was saving them and reinvesting them into cryptos and other assets. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, when the money come big, then I reinvest it back to my art again. Then boom, I'm gone.
Right.
Then I take it to the next international.
Right. Okay, that's very interesting. If you just tuned in, this is The Zone on Star 103.5 FM. I'm in a conversation with Bright Komla Kpoha. He is a visual artist. Been doing that for a couple of years now, very successful at it. Tell me something, Bright. When you're painting and dancing, are you playing music as well? Do you use music?
Yes, I use music.
Okay.
The music gives me the vibration.
Right. So what kind of music do you like to listen?
Piano songs.
Amapiano. Why though? Why Amapiano?
Oh, Amapiano because I love the frequency of Amapiano. Yeah, it matches with my art skills.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? So you don't do a lot of Ghanaian music?
Okay, I like other music as well.
Like what?
But I really pay attention to the frequency because the frequency matters to me. So it gives me emotional left. So it's not just anyhow music. I make sure I'm okay with the frequency before I use it. Yeah.
Right. But if it's not Amapiano and you're doing
It can be
Ghanaian
hip-hops,
music,
yeah.
if you're doing Ghanaian music, what kind of music are you usually vibing with?
Oh, like Sarkodie.
Which one?
Some of his raps musics.
Like which one? You don't know any Sarkodie song?
But if I check the list, I can tell now. I'm not with the list.
You're not with you need a list to remember Sarkodie song. Oh my goodness.